Hi guys, welcome back to Dadlicious Eats, and today we're going to make something that no afternoon or cream tea can do without, and that's a scone. There will be some who comment on this video who say it should be called a scone, but it's absolutely a scone. Right, without further ado, let's get to the ingredient list. So to start off with, 500 grams of self-raising flour, 100 grams of unsalted butter, 2 eggs, 200 milliliters of milk, 100 grams of custard sugar, and a good pinch of salt. The ingredients are listed in the description below, so don't worry about taking note of them now. To get us started, we're going to pop the flour into a bowl and we're going to add our salt in. And to that we're going to add the sugar. And then give that a good mix around with a knife. Now, any Americans watching this video will note that these scones are essentially the same as what you guys call biscuits, but just a sweet version of them. So we're going to add in our butter, so make sure that it is cold butter, straight out of the fridge and diced up, and then what we're going to do is rub it together between our forefingers and our thumbs, and we're going to essentially rub it all into nice sized crumbs. Right, that's looking good now, so we're going to start adding in the wet ingredients. So first of all, we're going to add in 2 eggs. Please try to make sure they're free range if you can. It doesn't cost much more at a supermarket when you're buying a dozen of them. So we'll give that a little mix around with a knife as well. This is a super simple recipe. If you've got someone coming around in an hour, you can whip these up in probably about 20 minutes from start to finish. So dead easy. Right, so to this we're going to add in our milk and we're going to give that another mix around. If you're a subscriber to the channel, welcome back. If you're not, why not give it a go and subscribe? I've got tons of family friendly recipes and tips and tricks that I'd love to share with you. It would be great if you could like this video, it would really help. If you've got a comment, leave it below and I'll absolutely get back to you. So this is starting to come together nicely. It's probably now easier if you just use your hand. Once most of the wetness is gone, just get your hands in there, get stuck in, and all you're doing really is just bringing all of this together. So it may be easier to pop it onto a work surface. So once that's in a nice big lump and well structured and it's not falling apart, we want to start flattening that out. So best way to do that is just with a rolling pin, and you probably want to get it to about 1.5 to 2 centimeters thick. So you don't want it too thin, else you're going to end up with a much harder, crunchier scone. So that's looking about right. There you go. So it's time to start cutting them out, and for this I'm using a round fluted cutter. So these are fairly large size cutters. This makes about 9 scones in total. Obviously if you want to make more you can double the recipe or add 50% more to the recipe, so it's fairly easy to work out. The total cost for these 9 scones is about £2, give or take a few pennies either way. If you were to go out to Marks & Spencer or a supermarket and buy these scones, you're looking at £4, £5, £6, £7 to purchase all of these. So it really is worthwhile baking your own scones at home. If you want to tweak these, and we'll probably get onto another video later in the series, these are great as cheese scones, so removing most of the sugar but adding cheese in, or you could add dried fruit like sultanas into these scones. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do that really jazz them up. But I like to keep these fairly plain. So we're going to pop them onto a baking sheet. Now I always like to use greaseproof paper or parchment paper because I find just popping them onto a non-stick tray isn't always guaranteed of success. So this is just the way that I've always done it over the year. It doesn't cost much. And there we go, we're ready to start cooking. So we're going to pop them into the oven at 220 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're coming out nice and golden brown. And there we go, these look perfect. There we go. And you can tell they're done because you tend to see a bit of a horizontal split throughout the scone, and that's a sign that they are ready and absolutely perfect. So to get them ready for a cream tea or afternoon tea, we're going to add strawberry to them, and most importantly, myself being a boy living in Cornwall for all my childhood, clotted cream, so preferably Rodder's clotted cream. So taking our scone, like I said, they have a natural splitter in them anyway, so you shouldn't even need a knife to take them apart. So there we go, dead easy to pull them apart. Now, most importantly, and there will be many that argue with me, but the first thing you need to add on is your jam. There are some who say jam should come on top, but being a boy from Cornwall, we need to make sure jam goes on the bottom and cream goes on the bottom, because why would you want to hide the best part of the scone, which is the cream? Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Like I say, I'd love it if you were to subscribe to my channel or drop a comment below if you want to argue with me about the merits of cream versus jam first. Go ahead. I will be back with more great recipes soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.